DJing though, were it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know, I would have had the Macarena on.
Fucking damn right.
Not if I go.
Do you know? Is
Right,
that like?
I need to have a nervous wee, I think.
Yes, no problem. To the wire and things are hotting up. Join Matt and Jamie live for all the action. Like and subscribe. Copy that.
Everyone's still there?
Kelly is. He's just gone to the toilet. Post that there.
Everyone else left?
Yeah, everybody's gone. Mike and that's gone. Post that in there. Close out that. Right, now I'm streaming. What's this percentage? 7.3, look, Beth. That's normally running like 50, 40 odd CPU percentage.
You won't be saying much of me tonight.
At 10. I don't know. We might be.
I'm busy.
Hopefully next season.
In the Acora.
I'll go in the Acora, mate. I'll be happy to.
Me and Matt are teaming up in the Merc.
Possibly.
Oh, the Merc?
Possibly.
Matt's quick in that Merc, mate.
Possibly.
So, to be fair, it's not rapid.
It's not confirmed yet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. What team am I missing here?
I can't divulge you my teammates. I've got I'm a hot commodity, mate.
Disco, Andy, BT, Xmart, Gary Little Each, Argent Maze. Who am I missing?
Your rank could stank.
Apparently
who am I
it's just 'cause
missing?
I'm humorous. My nutters.
Someone tell me what drivers I'm missing here. Peaceful Monkey, Sooty Kelly, Fury, Emo, Disco, Andy, BT, Xmart, Gary Little Each, Argent Maze.
Gary. Oh, you heard Gary.
BT,
Who am I
obviously.
missing? Now I've got him.
As if
I've jotted him down.
Gary straight away, look.
Of course she thought of Gary straight
Have
away.
you got Gary?
No, I didn't say Little League, but anything Gary.
Yeah.
No, this is just in my notepad for the pit stops. Who the fuck am I missing here?
It's always Gary, isn't it, Matt?
Always Gary, mate.
Always Gary.
I like a real one, that's why.
Argent Maze, yeah, got that. I'll tell you who I'm missing.
Oh, brilliant.
The two-time champ, D-Big, Dan.
Dan,
Forgot Dan and Biggs.
are we moving parties, Sooty?
Yes, shall we go? Gary's just started one.
Yeah, shall we? Shall we walk over to that one?
Yes, have a meander through the
Right.
airwaves of the internet.
Kelly.
Yes.
See you later. Bye,
Kelly.
Sorry, good luck, mate.
Yes, mate. I'll see you on the podium.
See you on the podium, buddy.
Absolutely.
Bye, Matt.
See you later, Sooty. Best luck.
I'll talk to you after the race. Ta-ra.
Oh, why do you need to talk to me? Does he need to talk to me? Oh, I feel like I've done something wrong now.
Who knows?
Oh. Right, best luck, everybody.
Not the boy.
Here he is. Look, here they are.
Aye, aye.
Here's Monkey Boy. He's loving it.
Good evening. Who said I'm loving it?
You did. You've been texting me a lot this week. You've had your Honda delivered. I sent you a picture of I went Smiths again the other day, Monkey Boy. I sent you that picture.
Did you?
May have picked up 2 or 3 of them Acoras. One is for myself. The other 2 are gifts.
Oh, I thought you might be.
Monkey, that's one. How did you find the F1 McLaren build?
Yeah, it was interesting.
It's good, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
You child. You are children. Here's me building my PC and used to playing with Legos.
I've done the
exactly.
PC. I've been there and done that.
Fucking Legos. Looks good though, to be fair. Looks nice, I will admit.
It is.
It's massive.
To the point that my Bugatti's now sat on a box in the loft near me. There's the Formula 1 cars
I
downstairs.
saw Monkey Boy put it all on Instagram, went to Smith's the next day and was like, yeah, do you have this? And he was like, no. And I was like, bastard.
Have you not seen the one coming out later this year?
No?
DeLorean.
There's not.
There fucking is.
Is there?
Quid.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So that if it's 180 quid, it must be the same size as the...
Space, yeah.
They're releasing the
It must be the big
DeLorean
ones.
Lego. Rob's always said I'd love the DeLorean Lego.
Great. Good.
Because they released it as Playmobil for the 25th.
I've
It
got the
wasn't that good.
Ghostbusters car.
Tim.
Yes, babe.
You know if you didn't buy all your shit for your computer,
I've got loads.
I know,
I've
I
got
know.
Dom's charger. I've got the first split
Who?
screen camper, Ghostbusters,
Dom
Bugatti.
Toretto?
Yeah, I've got his black charger.
Family.
I've got the Ford GT,
Yes,
the
nice.
blue one. I've got to build the
You got the
T2
Porsche and the Ferrari?
camper. No, they're the two I haven't got yet.
I've got the
They look
Ferrari.
nice.
I'm getting there.
I've got the Ferrari.
I'm running out of room. Until I finish my loft, I'm running out of room. I've got about 30 odd 1/18th scale cars that are all wrapped up in bubble wrap from when I moved here nearly 7 years ago.
Oh, Andy, I'm pissed off, by the
And
way.
they are still in bubble wrap.
Why?
Read up, got so I got a new contract yesterday because my old one had run out and I was leaving O2 and going to EE. And so I
Yeah.
took my phone in. There was I was on Ryzen 3,
Okay.
Ryzen 5. Picked it up with the money that I got for my phone. All working.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the percent. Because do you know when it was jumping on Football Manager when I streamed? Jumping when the players
Yeah.
were playing, wasn't it? A little bit.
Yeah.
My CPU usage was too high.
Yeah.
Looking at it now, my CPU usage already for sim plays that is a lot lower than what it was. It's like 40% lower.
Yeah.
Because I've got a new phone and I forgot to. Well, I didn't realise I had to change over my authentication app. I thought it would just do it by logging into my Gmail.
Yeah.
I can't log into Twitch on Streamlabs, which means I can't get the stuff to stream Football Manager.
Oh no.
And I've just looked at my CPU usage and it's barely using anything. So it's like, that's clearly worked now with all the other bits, the bits that you sent and the other bits that I've put in it as
Yeah.
well, have clearly now all worked. And I've
Right.
got that fucking extra bit of RAM that I've put in it today. I've got that process that I've put in today. It all seems to have done the job. And I went to fucking test it earlier. I logged out of the SimPlay Streamlabs, logged into my Twitch one. Oh yeah, you got your two-factor authentication. Thinking, right, go on my Google Authenticator. Oh, it's not fucking connected.
Oh no.
And I've
What
had
did I
to I've had to email Twitch because it won't let me change my number, it won't let me change the authentication or my number on Twitch itself without typing the code in that's coming up on the authentication app.
Oh,
Have you
God.
not
But
got
it's-
your old number still?
Well, that'll be off. Nah, I've got the old number, but it'll be done.
They turn it off, don't they?
Turn it off. But I've not got the phone. So if I had the phone with the app still on it, Mike, I could have. Apparently, there's a QR code you can scan on that app onto your new phone, and it transfers it. But I thought it was just all done through Gmail,
When
like a
did you
pleb.
do that today?
Yes, I did the phone yesterday, and then I went to do the streaming today because I got the processor today.
Oh, I do tomorrow.
What?
Go to the store, see if they've still got your phone.
Yeah, I might do. They've probably fucking factory reset it by now though, because it's CEX. So they possibly factory reset.
Worth
I've
asking,
sent an email to Twitch, so I might wait for that, see what happens with that. But because I'm looking at it now, even when I stream SimPlay, like last night, SimPlay streaming was like a 40 to 50% CPU. It's currently running at 7, and I thought,
Wow.
that's a big difference.
I've
So-
got a PC to sort out. My mate gave me his old gaming PC. And when I say old, it's not that old. The thing is a fucking unit. It is massive.
That's going up
It
in the loft.
dwarfs my PC in my garage, and that's exactly what I thought. You know the 1080, was it the 1080 graphics card that everyone was fucking
Yeah.
couldn't get? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's in it.
Oh, see you on Race Room.
It's absolute
Fucking hell, we'll all be on
boost.
Race Room, lads.
Honestly, I sat there like... fucking
Touring
hell,
cars.
anyone who
You've got
wants
Race
an
Room,
old
haven't you,
PC?
monkey?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
I don't know if he felt guilt-tripped into giving it me, because do you know anyone who wants an old PC? I said, oh,
Yeah,
we'll use one
mate.
at work so I can reset it, and I can teach the guys how to, like... do
Fuck
social
resetting
media.
that. Keep it for your
No,
gaming, Michael.
No, and he told us all the specs, and I sat there, I'm like, fuck me.
It's better than
And
mine.
when I picked it up, got it, and I literally got it home, I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work.
That's staying
Or if
right
anything, it's
fucking
swapping
here.
with my work with my design PC.
Yeah. Right. I take it all the invites are out. I will just send people last invites. Is Argent in? Yeah, of course
Yeah.
it fucking is.
Yes.
Right, who's not in? Emo guy?
No, not that I can see, nope.
Maze Gamer?
Nope.
I know we're missing BT Target tonight, so
So
I'll
there's
send-
three then.
yeah, so I'll send Emo and Maze a last one. And if they don't turn up, no fucking well.
Yeah, fuck them.
Right, just give that a minute. Yeah, if you do get on it and start to game on it, get a game on. You know what Steam is, don't you?
Yeah.
Get a game called Race Room. It's free to download. You get so many cars and tracks for free as well. I've not actually bought anything on it yet.
Did I get that for? Is that the one you told? Oh no, that was LFA.
LFS. Yeah, Live for
LFS,
Speed.
yeah.
Ignore that shit. No, Race Room's all right. We've got touring cars on it.
I had a PS4 pad spare, so I set it up on my PC, and I thought I'll have a go at that. And as soon as I turned, it started look left, and that was it. I could only fucking drive looking left.
Do you know what?
Figure out how to
Do you know if you was
fucking
brand new to sim racing, I'd say yeah, get LFS. It's probably on a PC. Don't require much specs to run it, and it's
Well, it's
decent.
Set a fucking pad up, bro.
Yeah, it is. That's the worst part about LFS. 'Cause it's the same with the wheel. It's too complicated to set it all up. But you know what? In terms of like setting car ups, it's good to learn all that because it's not overly complicated. It's nice and simple.
Yeah, it seemed good.
It's all right. I tell you the biggest problem with it, because I used to race it all the time. That's why I raced endurance leagues in with Mazda and my dad and my brother. The problem with it is, this is its biggest problem, it's too outdated now. It's like it's older than Project Cars, and they stopped updating it ages ago. But I tell you what it has got on there, it's got one official licensed track, and that's Rockingham.
Is it really?
It's got Rockingham on it.
Wow.
Right, let's get going,
Yes,
bud.
I'm going to start that, and I'm going to get into that other lobby. Best of luck to you two tonight. Have a good
See
one.
you later.
See you later.
Nakora.
Jamie Brady. Oh.
We well?
Yeah, are you?
Yes, not bad. Right, Sooty on 100th appearance, race 2.
No Maze gamer, no emo guy.
No, I said that. BT Tog has already messaged me saying that he's missing tonight.
Yeah.
Sooty race 2, 100th appearance.
Yep.
Pole positions, nothing really to chat about there. Manufacturer wins. If Porsche win both races, that's their 50th race win. Sooty, Emo, Maze, Disco on double points.
Yep.
So sorted. And if I go a bit quiet, it's because my tooth's been killing me and it's been going like behind my eye. So.
Oh, yeah. You made sure my thing's turned up? Because you turned it back down, didn't you?
Yes. I'll get the intro going and then I shall do that while you're chatting.
Yep.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport here for the round 19 and 20 of the season. We're in for an absolute cracking evening, and we're in for a great night of driving. No BT Targa, and as of yet, no Emo Guy, no Maze Gamer out there as well, and that's a shame because all three of them would have been on their double points. BT Targa, though, at work and cannot attend tonight's event. But I'm Matthew Duffin in the commentary box, joined once again by my partner in crime on a Thursday night at the moment, Jamie Brazier. Jamie, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Matt. How are you?
Very good, thank you, buddy. Are we looking forward to tonight's racing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely ecstatic for tonight's racing.
Who do we think is going to be the man to watch or men to watch tonight? A lot of McLarens out there, one obviously missing in BT, but one in particular, Dan, has a big title challenge on his hands with Andy.
Oh yeah, he does. They're the two men to watch out for tonight. I think as well. The dark horse tonight could be Gary 131, but I think it's just going to be the main two of Dan and Andy that are going to be the main focus for tonight.
Yeah, completely agree with you. I'm going to quickly run through the championship standings, and as it stands at the minute, Andy leads the way 15 points clear of Dan due to his drop score last week. Dan then in second place with Fury in third, 74 behind. Gary's P4, he's 132 back. BT Targa P5 not here tonight, he's 150 back. How he could have came into play with his double points. Xmart then in P6, 182 back. He cannot win the championship. He's the first driver who cannot win it. D Biggs then in P7. He's 10 points behind Xmart, looking to try and get on the back of him and gain an extra place. Kieran Argent then in P8. Good season for Kieran Argent this year. He's had a fantastic drive. He'll be happy with that. 6 points clear of Sooty Apex, who's on double points. Emo Guy would be on double points if he is able to get in. He's P10, some 6 behind Sooty. 10 behind Emo Guy is Peaceful Explosion. Monkey Boy, some 9 behind him, with KLF moving out the relegation zone for the first time this season into P13 and on 104 points, some nearly 20 points clear of Disco McDisco face, but Disco on double points tonight will want a good one. Maze Gamer again would be on double points, but he's not here, so won't be taking them just yet. And Little Each at the bottom on 85 can go above Maze Gamer tonight if Maze Gamer isn't to turn up to this one tonight. Constructors' Championship looks like this then. Shake and Bake Motorsport lead the way, 50 points clear of Slingshot Motorsport. With Disco, though, having double points, that could really bring Slingshot Motorsport into this race. Sandbags Motorsport are on 89 points, but with no Emo Guy, Fury's having to do it on his own. Team Prolapse then are fourth on 360. They're 36 behind Sandbags Motorsport. Leech Motorsport are some 61 behind Team Prolapse. They really need Little Leech to start firing now and get up that standings and get the points scored. The tight battle at the bottom of the table, though, is Audio Sport Prolapse, are 10 clear of Forever Forward Racing, who are 5 clear of Simplay Racing at the bottom. And Jamie, 15 points separating the top two, and with Disco on double points, 50 points in that constructors' battle. The two McLarens of Shake and Bake, Dan and D Biggs, and the two BMWs of Slingshot Motorsport of Andy and Disco. This could be a cracking night's bit of driving.
Oh yeah, definitely could. Both championships are both still on, so they're both really close. So it could go either way. But it's the BMW versus the McLaren versus the McLaren for the constructors and for the drivers.
Yeah, and this is one of the biggest and best things that we see here at Simplay when the titles start to go down to the wiring, and it gets a bit exciting, doesn't it? You kind of have that excitement to being back for the start of the season, then you kind of a lull in the middle period, and then you get excited again at the end. Who's in the chat? Smoky Devil, evening all. Let's see how tonight's pro drivers do. Evening to Fury's granddad, who says, evening all, good luck, come on Fury. Evening PM Motorsport. Mummy D in the chat, evening guys, are we ready for another action-packed drive? Yes we are. Evening to Disco McDisco Face says, evening all, evening folks, good luck all tonight. And evening to the man who needs the biggest shout out of them all, Smithy Smith, my teammate, who says, evening all, season 5 Pro-Am Constructors champ here. Thanks to all the fans and support each week, and my teammate for all the points he got for the team, Mr. Duffin. Smithy, you are the GOAT. You are an absolute legend. Couldn't have done it without you, buddy. What a job you did. I actually did a quick video on the TikTok today that I'm able to screen record now on my phone, so we're able to screen record the moment me and Smithy won the Constructors and put it on the Simplay Motorsport TikTok. I was sat at McDonald's at the time as well. But enough about promoting McDonald's. Little Each on the track, Jamie, not having a season he'd enjoy. I'm going to pop to the toilet. Just tell the viewers about his season really so far and how he can improve from there.
Yeah, he's definitely not having the season he's used to. Season 1, season 2, even season 3, he was up there fighting for the wins. I remember him winning it at Kota in a title battle with, say, getting wins and winning the constructors. Because let's not forget, Little Each is a 2 times constructors champion. So yeah, he really needs to pull his finger out for these last 3 races and hope that he stays in the pro. He looks like he's struggling. He's really struggling. He's gone wide at the final corner and he's gone back to the pits. Go on to Disco McDisco Face. He has struggled as well. I know he's missed a few nights due to moving, but yeah, he needs a good night with his double points tonight, because if not, he is in real trouble. And as well, he can help his teammate a lot with the constructors battle. Good night, 2 podiums, and he throws it. Yeah, it'd be away from the drop. He'd be away from the drop zone. You'd help Andy a massive amount with the constructors, and can hopefully get, or for his sake, hopefully get in the way of the Shake and Bake McLarens. Fury the quickest at the minute. He's looking very quick, 4/10 quicker than anyone else. And Disco. Him and Disco are the only ones in the 22s. The next person is Sutty on a 124 dead. So the others really need to play catch up to catch these two. But I imagine we'll see some very good times from Unorthodox and Andy later on.
Yeah, and just as you were saying that, Sorry, Jim, just as you were saying that as well, it is interesting to see that, like, Monkey Boy clearly not got a clean lap in, Little Each and Andy, Peaceful and Dan as well, that's even slower. I was running 25s a lot last night, which is where D-Bigs and X-Mart seem to be, so 26 and slower, that does seem to be like they've not got a proper run in at it yet.
But I was going to say, it all depends what tyres they're running at the minute, because if they're running the hard tyres, that'll take it at least two and a bit laps to just warm them up.
Was a big debate last night, wasn't it? What tyres to use? Like you say, hards, softs. Hards will take a couple of laps in the practice session to get up to temperature before you start seeing the good times. Softs will be up to temperature pretty much straight away, but can anybody make them last? I think everybody last night that I know of was on the hard tyre. I was myself. We saw Kelly though last week. He ran the soft in both races, didn't he? And it seemed to work for him. He had a good double points round at Ruapuna Park, and going to be interesting to see what he can do as he goes into this one tonight.
Yeah, I think Kelly is the GT3 equivalent of Sergio Perez, making the tyres last ungodly amount of time.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think he had a better last week, didn't he? There was a bit of questions over it at Long Beach. I know me and himself had a little chat and said a few things to each other, and that all got sorted and resolved, and he came to Ruapuna, and he was just a different driver last week. He was fantastic to see him running by the front of the pack again. As Sutty's gone into third place then, ahead of Gary, or was he already in third? No, I think he was already in third.
He was in third already on a 124 dead.
Yeah, there's his teammate just exiting the pits then. Evening to Welshie and Peaceful Stepdad in the chat as well, and Mike Matthews.
Yeah, so with the pit lane, it's very easy to spin on the exit of the pit lane because it's a weird.
I actually nearly did. In race 2, I actually nearly did last night. You sort of break into that curve, and I nearly lost the rear.
Yeah, see, as well, because it's quite a narrow pit exit, you put a wheel on the gravel at all, and you're spinning round. I think everyone will admit that they've done it at least once where they've spun it. I think someone's off at this corner. Oh, that's Little Each
and Mike. No, Monkey Boy. No, you're right. Yeah, well, good shout. Monkey Boy and Little Each there. It's easy to lose it where they are as well, because you can just run out wide at that corner, and just get onto the dirty stuff, and just run out and lose the rear of the car, and that can hurt you as well.
Yeah, so if you take too much of the corner before, say take it too tightly, the car will just throw you out wide and end up on the gravel. I think you've seen in tests, and I think you saw me do it quite a few times.
A couple of times, yeah. Yourself a couple of times. I know I've done it a couple of times as well, and then you've got the likes of Dean and others who's done it as Fury. Is that a mistake, or is that him just getting well out the way as X-Mart and Monkey Boy are into the pits? Where's Peaceful, currently up in 5th place?
Yeah, again, no one really put in the top.
Let's get the speedo loaded, Jim. Let's kind of see what fuel runs people are running in this practice session. You see Dan there. He must have gone onto the softs to do a quali run, but I mean, has he had 10 minutes on the hards, and that's why he's in the 24s? Do we reckon? Because that pace isn't great, is it, at the minute?
No, but say I've seen him on the hards, and he's a lot quicker than that, especially as he's running low fuel. I know he's been at least 6 cents quicker than me in practice.
Who's that just gone up the list? D-Biggs has just gone into third then with a 23.5. So D-Biggs flying up the standings in this session at the minute. It's the only bit of track limits you'll have to drivers will have to keep an eye out for tonight. Is that where D-Biggs was there? Coming down the start line. Is Dan coming through the last corner? I wonder if we could let's just jump on board Dan's cockpit, or Dan's roof camera, or bonnet camera. As Dan improves by a second and goes up to 4th. Andy himself has gone second. So you've got to be careful. You don't want to cross this white line. You've got to have 2 wheels on the inside of that white line. Otherwise, that will be track limits, and you could face a penalty there. And that is pretty much the only part of the track limits around here, isn't it? There's not many more to take, just that one. You don't want to open up yourself a good braking zone into turn 1.
Ooh, Andy's gone into second, 5 thousandths off Fury. Yeah, there's probably 2 more that you could take track limits on. Dan's now about to come up. He comes up just at the end of this.
Yes, this left-hander, yeah.
This left-hander, you can just take too much of it, but it can punish you. So what Dan done there was fine. He runs a little bit wide and into the corkscrew as well. The left and the right-hander, you can take a bit of track limits here.
You can take a lot off, but I think the track limits here would bite you because there's dips just at both that would absolutely hurt you if you was to take the track limits as you go through there. But Dan did the corkscrew quite nice. Let's just stay on board, Dan, then to finish this lap off with him and see what his time's going to be as he comes then into the penultimate corner. Left-hander to go. Ooh, a bit deep there. The thing is with the outside of these curbs here is it's just like a gravelly, dusty part of the circuit, and it can kind of keep you there a little bit. That doesn't want to get the car back out of it. Not like the grass. He improves by half a second, just under, goes to a 23 dead. And all of a sudden, Dan's sitting up the top end of the leaderboard, but he's some 9/10 slower than Andy. But again, qualifying's one thing, Jamie. Race pace is another. We saw last night, and Plava took pole by some 0.6 of a second, but didn't do it in race 1.
Yeah, so it all depends how good a race setup everyone's got.
Yeah. It's also another thing is it's on that edge of hard to soft tyres. Softs will work but may get too hot towards the end, especially on a challenging track like this one with the long corners. But the hards just seem to take a while to get up to their performance. So it is interesting to see what could happen. If Dan's on the hards and Andy's on the softs, does that give Dan the advantage? Does the McLaren like the hards better than the BMW at the minute? We're not quite at that window where you can sit there and say, oh yeah, it's hard weather tyres, practice, qualifying, race.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's definitely the crossover point. I know Unorthodox has said that the McLaren doesn't like the hards whatsoever. I don't know whether that's just how he drives the car that it makes the hard tyres not like it. You have to speak to some of the other McLaren drivers to see whether it's just because say it's a bit like the Mercedes. The Mercedes doesn't like the soft tyres, does it?
From my experience, no. But Mazda, Peaceful, Monkey Boy, and Argent, I don't know about Fury, but they'll all tell you it loves the soft tyre. But for me, hot tyre all day long in the Mercedes. It's an aggressive car that chews through the tyres. Evening to M. Plava in the chat. Welshie, Plava, you checking out the competition for next season, he says. As it was confirmed last night that me and Plava are promoted, and that promotion spot has been guaranteed. And we are then confirmed as first and second, but in which way? Well, that will be decided next week and the week after at Spa. Now, is it me or does Andy's car look a bit beaten up there?
Yeah, it does. I wonder whether he's definitely hit the wall.
21s.
Yeah.
21s. We've seen our first 21 tonight, then a 21.8 so far in practice. And Andy currently doing the business on that one, 0.3 quicker this lap. He pulls to the side and lets his teammate past. And Andy, again in qualifying, Jamie, you can't look past this guy.
No, but look at the fuel he was running. He's running 5 litres of fuel. And when he crossed the line, he had 0.06 litres of fuel.
Clearly running it tight and clearly knowing the limits of what you can do in qualifying. Look at that, 5 litres as he exits the pit lane, 4.8 already. So he clearly knows, his limits for qualifying. And you have to say that Andy, he's been better in the races this year and he's been more consistent. But this guy is a qualifier. If you want someone to drive in an endurance race and you go, right, who's qualifying, lads? You're chucking the keys to the car to Andy.
Yeah, you look at from season 2 when he first joined us, he was putting the car on pole. I think that was a Lamborghini. He struggled with a Ginetta in season 3. He was still putting that on pole position.
He was
still really quick on the one lap pace. So whatever car you chuck him in, he is quick on a one lap shootout.
He is, and this is something that Andy's benefited from this year, especially having the extra point for the pole position. Has that helped him? Has that benefited him in any way, shape or form to get him back to where he needs to be in terms of fighting for a title? In fact, let's go through this, actually, before we even get into qualifying. Dan, let's put this into context. Dan, the most ever race wins. Andy, the most ever pole positions. Dan this season has had 1 pole position, right? Andy has had 8. Now that by itself, that's 8 more points, but 8 pole positions sets you up for the race, doesn't it? You look at the race wins this year. Andy's had 3, Dan's had 7. Andy's just been that little bit more consistent than Dan, which has got him 15 points clear. But these two, let's talk this season at least. Andy has dominated qualifying, Dan has dominated the races. The only other drivers with 3 wins is Fury. BT Targas took 2 himself, and Gary's took 1 himself. Looking at the other pro drivers, Disco's got a race win to his name, and that's it. The others are all Pro-Am drivers that's got wins to their name in Season 5. So Dan has really set the bar in the races. 7 race wins to Andy and Fury's 3. No one else has won more than 3 second place, in terms of the wins this season. The pole positions, Andy's took 8. The next best driver is Maze Gamer with 3. So they're 2 different drivers, aren't they? And Andy has said it before in an interview. He'd love to turn these pole position conversion rate into more wins. Struggles to do that. But in the qualifying, you kind of can't look any further than Andy in the race. It's hard to look past Dan.
Yeah, say though with Andy getting pole, he's more or less on the podium. I think the only exception has been Long Beach, really.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. Andy this season, 5th place race 2 at Red Bull Ring, 5th place race 2 at Brno, and then 11th place race 1 at Ruapuna Park. Even at Long Beach, he got a 2nd and a 3rd. So Andy's had 3 races where he's not got a podium. 2 of them races was a 5th place. 1 was an 11th at Ruapuna, where he ended up a lap down last week. So you have to take it to him. Whereas you look at that compared to Dan, Watkins Glen race 2, he got 4th. Hockenheim race 1, he got 8th. Bruno, he didn't get a podium at all. He got a 7th and an 8th that week. Alton Park race 2, he got 4th. Long Beach race 1, he got 4th. So Dan's had a lot more cases of being off the podium than Andy, and that is the consistency. Yes, he's had 7 race wins, but when you look at Andy, I mean, how many second places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 second places in 18 races. That's one short of half his races have been second place. That's the consistency you kind of need. And who said it the other night? I think it was Mazda said it the other night on a chat, Jamie. That Colin Turkington in a touring car season won 1 race.
That was 2018.
2018. I knew you'd know what year. He won 1 race and won the championship. 1 race win.
That was, I believe as well. That was Alton Park race 2.
And so it wasn't even his favourite track, Croft. 1 race win to his name, and he won that race. But that shows you what the kind of season that Andy's having. He's having a Colin Turkington season where he may not need to risk that fight for the win at the beginning of the season. Now,
as well, that kind of it reminds me of Ash Sutton last season. Him saying, "I'm going to be Mr. Consistent." I'll just drop.
As like the corkscrew, that's a big one.
Yeah, say him getting the podium positions, not seeing the Ash Sutton of old going for desperate moves. I think that's the same as Andy. You watch Andy go used to. Say you look in season 3, sees
making moves that maybe he shouldn't have done.
Season 2, season 3, he overdrove the car. Overdriven the car. Went for moves that just were never on. He's learned from that. As well, I think Dan's a bit of, if we're using touring car terminology, I think he's a bit of a Rob Collard. Doesn't qualify particularly well, but
turns up in the races. I will agree with you on that one. That is the best term you could give Dan. He is a Rob Collard. Doesn't qualify. I mean, it's not like he qualifies poorly, but doesn't get the pole, but comes through the pack for the wins. And I think one thing this year for Dan is the McLaren. Obviously, changed from the Porsche. His title-winning car, he's gone to the McLaren. Bruno, I'm looking at especially a 7th and an 8th on his double points. Did he just overdrive the McLaren a bit, and that's what cost him? Obviously, a few incidents. He got caught up with Argent spinning and got caught out in that one. But was it things like that that's cost Dan? Either way, we're about to find out what's going to happen in this qualifying session. As Peaceful's crossed the line, I think someone's coming in the pits. They have now. So the practice session is over. And for Andy, he is the quickest man on track. Dan, at the minute, 1.1 seconds behind. But as we know, practice means nothing. It all happens in the qualifying session. We've lost Gary, so hopefully we can get Gary back in, because this isn't the online championships this week. You've got to make sure you're back in before the 2-minute mark, otherwise you will not make race 1. Now then, Jamie, we've just bigged up qualifying and races. Who's your tip for pole position?
I think you know who my tip for pole position is.
I think it's the same as mine. It's hard to look anywhere else other than Andy, so I'm going to say Andy once again. And we are underway. And who's the first man out on track? Would you believe it's Andy?
It's Andy, followed by his teammate.
So the Slingshot Motorsport boys getting out there very, very quickly. Guys, girls, hit that thumbs up button in the chat. If you are watching, hit that thumbs up button. Let's get this video to 20 plus likes. Don't forget to join us on Saturday for the World Endurance Championship, 6 hours of Fuji, where I'll be bringing you live action of all of that. That'll be an interesting one.
Look how much he's running. I think he put about 5 litres of fuel. What's Disco running? Disco's running. Look how much more Disco's running. He must have put in about 15 litres of fuel.
He is running. You know, Andy must know what to do with these qualifying runs because he's running so empty. He's going to get one flying lap out of this, and it's got to be an absolute cracker.
Yeah, let's see what everyone's running. Little Leach is running just over 12 litres. Argent 22 litres.
That seems a lot for Argent.
Monkey Boy 9, D-Diggs 8, X-Smart 17, and North is running 8. KLF 12. Fury's running 23 as well. So both Mercedes are running quite high. Maybe
that's what the Mercedes like to do. Then run with a higher fuel to get the better lap time out of it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new. There is a poll out now. Who will get pole position? Vote for who you think is going to get pole. Andy on Orthodox, Fury or Gary, and let us know who you think. By giving the poll, someone's already voted Dan straight away, so someone clearly wasn't listening to our build-up and the statistics of pole position, as they've already voted Dan. But either way, it's your choice for who you want to go for. I'm going to load up the timing app. Someone's gone Fury. Well, there we go then.
Yeah, Fury looked quick in practice with the fuel thing as well. I find with me driving the Audi, even with the Lamborghini, I used to stick at least 50 litres of fuel in it.
Well, the Lamborghini gets twitchy, doesn't it, on lower fuel? So
yeah, about 20 litres it gets really twitchy, and he will getting close to track limits, but I don't think he ran it wide at this corner for a good exit coming into the last 2 corners now.
That is peaceful. Yep, getting out of the way. You might want to move because Kelly's coming as well, and Andy then to the line. The names haven't loaded on this app yet, but whoever's sat in 6th place at the minute is Purple. 6th place on my screen is Dan, so I don't know if that's registering on here. Gary has got in. Andy's done a 22.8 banker lap. And I can tell you now, the names have loaded. It is Dan on a purple sector. Disco goes second, Little Eats third. Fury's pipped Andy at the minute. Where's Dan? Here he is now to the line. 22.6.
Not much more. Not much.
Let's hope he's got time to find in that then.
Yeah. It'd be Monkey Boy coming to the line next. Is he... Ooh, cuts a little bit of the corner there, so you'd have to be careful of that. He comes to the line. Where's that going to put him? Puts him 7th. Only a couple of tenths off X-Mart, so... Yeah,
not too bad. Not too bad for him at the moment. Argent, Kelly, Sooty, Peaceful, Little Each... Not done a lap time yet, and Gary's got himself back in the session. He's just got to load into the game, which he'll be doing at the minute.
Yeah, Little Leach ran a little bit wide on the second to last corner. He runs a little bit wide there, runs onto the AstroTurf.
Dan, as Gary's got himself in now, Dan Purple Sector 1. Little Leach comes across the line at 24.5, so more time to find from him. Evening to Fury's mum. Here comes Argent to the line. He sets the lap and out. He goes P9. Bad lap from Argent there then. Who's the next one to the line? Is it Kelly? Might be Sooty or Peaceful. It's Sooty to the line. Sooty goes 6th. Then it'll be Kelly. And then it'll be the Disco, I think, because I think Andy returned to the pits. Yeah, that's Disco. Yeah. And then Fury. Sooty, Purple last sector, can I just say, in that one as well. So KLF to the line. Disco's just gone pole.
Fury comes across the line, goes no quicker.
Yeah, no improvement. Dan's just gone pole. Purple sector 1 and sector 2. But Sooty, the quickest through the final sector at the minute. No, he can't be because Dan's just beaten that, as did Disco. But what's interesting to note there is Dan was actually 3 tenths slower than Disco in that final sector, that lap. So who's the next man to get to the line? They've just gone through sector 2 at the corkscrew. That'll be Little Leach. So Little Leach will be your next man, followed by Argent at the minute. Gary, still in the pits, has 5 minutes just under to get out for a lap. Have you seen the odds on the pole? That is quite incredible at the minute.
I'll have a look at it now. Oh, Little Leach has lost it coming for this. Oh.
Dan's back in the pits. Here comes Argent then. Andy, 0%. Dan, 40. Fury, 60. Gary, 0% as well. So no votes for Andy for a pole position. And as it stands at the minute, those who's voted Dan are going to win. Are going to win the vote at least. Argent to the line. Any improvement? 9.6 seconds puts him up to 10th. Who's next to the line? Not quite sure. Kelly's just behind Disco. Sutty, right. Sutty, no improvement. Who's that behind Sutty? That sounds like a Porsche. Sounded like Little Each. No, it was a Ferrari of Monkey Boy. He's 8th. So back to Disco then.
Disco comes across the line and he goes
fastest.
He goes on to pole.
Wow, where's Fury? Has he improved any? He was at the line as well. No improvement for him. Can't tell who's behind Fury. Here comes Andy then. Purple sector 1 from Andy. Green through sector 2. And Andy to the line now. Is he going to improve any on his time here? He goes quickest now, a 21.6. And Dan now needs to find some half a second.
And Andy has well and truly just dropped the microphone and gone back to the pits.
Mic drop. No one has yet voted Andy. Everybody's gone Dan and Fury at the minute. Here is Dan. Where's Gary 131? Just out of interest a minute.
Gary has now started his lap. So we'll stay on board. We'll stay on board with Gary. Go for a lap.
Yes, we will. Where is Dan's sector times? No personal best there for himself.
I think that might have just been him coming out of the pit.
Right.
This might be his.
Yeah. That would make sense.
This corner coming up here, it's really easy to lose it. Just put away.
Do that, just to do that, yeah. Literally just to do that.
Gary, 7 seconds up, so that would put him, I think, in between Argent and Monkey Boy.
You say that, but Monkey Boy's just gone up to P7, so to put it between Argent and Peaceful at this moment in time. Biggs is coming to the line. He's on a personal best lap, so we'll keep an eye on Biggs' name on the timing screen. Crosses the line any time now.
Doesn't go any quicker, I don't think.
No, he doesn't. Loses it in the final sector. Gary then, still green and green at the moment.
He's very tight through that corner.
Yeah, interesting line. Very interesting line.
Very interesting line. I'd say during practice I've been going quite wide. Oh, he's missed the apex quite massively there. Coming to the final corner. This is definitely going to be an improvement for Gary. Where's this going to put him?
Where is it going to put him then as he comes to the line? He will get time for 1, maybe even 2 more laps. Gary to the line, 6.99 seconds quicker. Puts him exactly where you said, between what would have been Argent and Monkey Boy, but it's now Argent and Peaceful. Gary's got work to do. Let's go to Dan. Currently a purple sector 1. No improvement sector 2, though. He's coming out the corkscrew down to the penultimate corner. Through the right hand, and needs as good a run through this part as possible. Now get a good exit. He was on the gravel a little bit there on the outside. As quick as you can through the final. On the power as early as possible. To the line he goes now. Was purple sector 1. What's he going to do when he gets to the line? It's good enough for second. He's got to find some 2/10 though.
Disco comes into the pits. Fury is on it. I've like X-Mart in the pits.
I was about to say, let's jump to Andy. He set a purple middle sector, but his first sector was 1 minute 53. So I think we'll leave that one.
Yeah, David's now coming to the line. He goes above X-Mart.
Puts himself up into P4. Monkey Boy. Gary, he's on another personal best lap. Through sector 2, down the corkscrew he comes now. You could just hear him having to get on that power, but the car didn't want to do it as it dropped down through the corkscrew. Now to the left-hander. Out to the right. Back across to the left, in for the right-hander. Get a good run through here as he again missed that apex, but manages to not run as far wide as normal. To the line he comes now. That's Fury behind him, so we'll jump to Fury in a moment. But Fury not on a better lap. Gary, though, to the line. Any improvement on a P10? Yes, goes all the way up to 6th, so stellar lap.
Fury goes no quicker. Whereabouts is Andy?
Dan, purple sector 1, green sector 2. Sorry, Jamie.
He's got Argent right in front of him as well, so he's getting a good slipstream. He just needs to hope Argent doesn't block him in this final corner.
To the line they come. Andy, Dan, Fury all on 30% of the vote. Gary gets 10%. Get in the slipstream of the Mercedes-Benz. Here comes the McLaren. Is Dan going to nick pole with 15 seconds to go? No! 2/10 slower.
I think the dirty air from the Mercedes has just cost him at that last opportunity. Here
Andy's up on his time as well. He went purple sector 1 and 2 as well. So Andy flying at the moment, Jamie. He will be not the first man to finish qualifying, but wow, this could really do Andy the world of good with pole. Here's Kelly to the line. Better sector 1, no improvement middle sector. What can Kelly do? Stays P12. What about Andy?
No improvement.
No improvement.
Dan spun it, so he's...
Yep, that's pole position for Dan done then. Biggs and Peaceful are out there on a lap. Gary just coming out. Has he tweaked something for the race? But wow.
Yeah, Fury, the next one to the line. I think it's peaceful afterwards. Can Fury put it in?
He's not on a better lap here, so unless he had a better final sector, nothing from him. It's peaceful in front of D Biggs.
Peaceful's had a very good qualifying, sixth place. He comes into the pits.
Peaceful actually averages P7 in Q1, so it's not like he qualifies that bad, really. D Biggs has pitted as well, so I think it is just Gary out there. But Andy, another pole position. Disco, great qualifying from him as well.
Yeah, if he gets the jump on North Dubs, that could be really problematic for Dan.
Yeah, really could so. It really could. Gary up to 7th towards the end of that one. That's Dan bailing into the pits. Little Leach, 13th place, I've just noticed.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Yeah, I was watching him in practice and he just doesn't look happy with the car. So, got the qualifying results.
Yeah, run us through it, Jamie.
So, pole position, championship leader, Andy. Second place in the McLaren is unorthodox. Third place on the grid is the second BMW of Disco McDisco Face. Fury fourth in the first of the Mercedes, and the second Shake and Bake McLaren in fifth. The first of the Ferraris of Peaceful Explosion in sixth. Gary in his Porsche in seventh. X Martin eighth. Monkey Boy in ninth. Sutty Apex in 10th. Argent in 11th. Not a very good qualifying for Argent. And KLF 912. Hopefully he can be very consistent like he was last week and make up a few positions. And Little Leach at the back of the grid, really struggling.
No, I am waiting for this to pop up with the continue button. So guys, apologies, you're just going to have to be patient a minute because I'm waiting for it to pop up with that button. But yep, Kieran's just put in the chat. You said about Kieran. Kieran's just actually put in the chat. I'm struggling this week. Thought I was quick. 2 seconds off the pace. So clearly struggling with a car.
Yeah, so it's not a very easy track to get a hold of. If you make a mistake, it can hurt you really badly.
It really can. He's got to make sure that Argent gets this done now. Again, apologies. We are just waiting for it. You guys can see it on the screen that the continue button hasn't yet popped up. We are just waiting for that to come on, and when that pops up, we'll be able to get away.
Yeah, I don't have it at the minute. Dan was quicker in Sector 1 than Andy. He was about a tenth slower in Sector 2, and he was a tenth. And he was
2 tenths.
2 tenths in Sector 3.
Dan's actually slower than Fury Disco and Andy in Sector 3. But you look at his Sector 2 time, his Sector 1 is a lot better. In fact, his Sector 1 is the quickest of the session. Kelly has been booted from the session, it says. Yeah, I think we might have to do a rolling start here. Right, we're going to take a very quick break and we'll be back in a moment with a rolling start. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with a rolling start to get this one underway. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back with a rolling start to get this one underway. Stay tuned for more. Yeah, I think that's... Can you return to Race Central?
Yeah.
Return to Race Central for me, see if that does anything. I think Gary's glitched it out.
No, it says it's Kelly.
Yeah, but Gary left, didn't he? Unless Kelly's glitched it out.
Yeah, but remember all the problems we had last time with...
Yeah, true. This is why I didn't want to go in a picking, but true.
Yeah, because there was rear wings going flying off everywhere.
Daniel Francis, if I remember.
Yeah.
So.
Mint chocolate.
It's not giving me the option. I don't want to leave because then I've got... Oh, fuck it, just leave and reset up the stream.